away and box out every possession. But he's developed his offensive game to the point where he's more than just a hustle guy. He's also a scoring threat now, and a guy we can't leave open. They'll be watching him, Kevin.
Thanks, Doris. And here's Freak following Chris Bosch's three. Picked by Horford. 6 to shoot. Got it. And he's now 3 for 5 from the field.
And he is really in a zone right now, playing and scoring with confidence.
Wade dishes to Bosch. Double team on Dang. And that's out of bounds. Miami will retain possession.
A moment now to see the stats for Wade. The last 10 games, he has been on a heck of a run. 8th in steals, and such a great distributor and decision maker, among the top 10 in assists per game.
And talk about highway robbery. I mean, jumping the passing lane, snatching away your dribble, he'll take it from you. You know, 9 times out of 10, he's going to knock that one down. He'll spray that one on you.
Now here's Freak. He's covered closely. And he goes up strong with one hand and flushes it down.
I tell you what, did he take off on that one? Not many players can elevate it and literally fly. What a special talent, and it's plays like that that remind me just how amazing these athletes are in the NBA.
And that's the kind of play you just do not want to give up defensively. You lose the possession and give up a quick 2 at the other end. That's losing basketball.
Especially when you can't afford to give up any buckets. That's a nice lead now.
There's a chance he could.
Hey, Joe Bally.
Elsa, can you get me that fishy toy from over there? Yeah, I see it. And Mommy's not even looking. Yeah, I'm gonna go. Switch to
If they don't D him up more tightly on the perimeter.
And that one is stuffed right through.
And you know what? Highlights don't get any more spectacular than that one.
Yeah, he left the defender pretzeled up and then punched it down.
Some nice ball movement here by the Heat. Double team on Wade. Dragic with a wide open look. That falls. Nice speed that time from Dwayne Wade.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Everybody on the same page, completely in sync. Tremendous communication and awareness.
Now here's Freak. 13 points in the game. Shoots from the corner. Ryan.
Real quick.
I'm giving this dolphin to you. Go on, yeah. Just give it out, yeah. No. I'm gonna take it too long to blow my blue back. Keep blowing my pool up, Dara.
It's Leslie Jones. Was y'all taking a pic?
Hey.
Do me. Get the dice.
Wait. Don't move. Wait.
That's the one. Good.
Stop moving. That's you.
Okay.
Stick your tongue out.
Get that one. Get the.
Hmm? Hmm? Mm-mm.
Why?
You don't need it on speaker.
Mom will hear it?
No, you're not using my speaker. You farted.
Dude, I burned it in my mouth. You retarded.
Hmm?
No, I'm saying you retarded. You retarded. You retarded.
Who?
No, I'm saying it.
Oh.
You retarded.
He grabs the miss. They come into this one having outplayed the Magic last game.
And the way they attacked the basket in that game was unreal. I mean, after a while, the defenders seemed to just wave the white flag.
Yeah, like you said, I mean, that's what will happen when a team continues to attack the basket and come away with layups. The defense
What's that on your eyes? See, you get hurt.
tends to get demoralized and deflated.
Yeah, I know. Dude.
And another one in the scoring column for him. He's 7 of 10 from the field.
Really aggressive play there, taking it to the rack against the big fella.
You know, Greg, aggressiveness is really the only option when you're on the wrong side of the size equation.
Dragic gets the bucket.
Hard to get that one off with the size difference there. That makes it a tough individual matchup for him, especially down low.
Well, took on the big guys going in there and challenging them like he did. But, boy, that was a nice job.
Turn it down.
And let's bring up a list of point guards that over the last month have been on fire from three-point land. Freak number 1.
He is so exceptional from long range that it forces the defense out and really opens things up for him, which makes it easier for him to set up his teammates.
Well, he's a prime example of why being a top-notch three-point shooter comes in handy for a point guard.
And down it goes, jamming that one home.
And Kevin, who says a point guard should look to pass first? I mean, not when you can finish like this fella.
Well, Clark, he wasn't going to give that opportunity up to a teammate.
Well, you know, Kevin, that's one he'll always take himself, and he should.
Atlanta leading by 7. And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. On the court for Atlanta, Nicholas in at shooting guard. Jared Dudley out there with Kent Bazemore. Then there's Dennis Schroeder, and it's Millsap in at the 5 spot. Miami's gone 6 of 12 from outside, a very nice 50% mark, shooting the 3-ball well. They double in with Freak. And stolen by Freak. It's 2-on-1. Here's the 3. Count that one. Freak's got 5 points in the quarter. Let's look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for Atlanta.
Boy, they've really amped up the pressure at the defensive end, guys, and have piled up the steals in the early going.
And also, how about the fact defensively, they're getting that backboard and getting out in transition, especially in this first half.
Wade kicks to Richardson. Back to Wade. To end the run. Here's Bosch. Up and in on the layup. Bosch has got 10 points in the game.
Just a grinder. Always doing the dirty work on the offensive glass. And that's one of the things he brings to the table.
Here's Freak. 22 points for him.
Boy. Yo, look. Look how I finished it. Wait. I'm gonna fall. Now watch this. With the contact.
Yeah.
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game right now.
Clark, there is a swagger out here on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either.
That's right.
I tell you what, I used to love to go up and jam like that.
The Hawks leading by 14. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
Talk about complete control. Everything working in this one for Freak. He's got 24 points, and all the steals he's collected only add to his impressive stat line.
Whether he's picking someone's pocket or picking off a pass, he has been a disruptive force out on the floor.
The Hawks making a switch here. Korver's checked in. Deflects the pass. Millsap with the steal. And here we go. Fast break. Freak's got it. Blanketed by the D. Fights to the rim for the layup. Freak's got 28 points for the game.
And that's just a great individual play right through the teeth of the defense. And here's a look at some numbers for Bosch. Unbelievable play for him over the last month. He's around 18 points per game, 7 rebounds, and 3 assists. And he's a threat to go off in any game from anywhere.
Some guys just have the gift, and he's one of them. You need points, he's your go-to guy.
For the Heat, Chris Humphries has checked in for Stoudemire. Johnson comes in for Chris Bosh. Winslow's checked in for Luol Deng. And it's Dragic in for Richardson. And Atlanta will go for a different look here. Al Horford's checked in for Dudley. Cephalosha comes in for Kent Bazemore. Freak's checked in for Kyle Korver. And Dennis Schroeder subbed in for Tim Hardaway Jr. Let's check out the Eastern Conference standings now that we're in the new year. To take a look at the Hawks. Right now they've compiled the 3rd best record in the conference. And of course the Heat, a half game back.
And you know, for the Heat, most of the preseason predictions were right on the money when it came to them. I mean, a playoff contender, but not necessarily championship caliber.
I would not write them off completely in terms of the title picture just yet. Still a lot of basketball to be played.
Again, the miss by the Heat. The Atlanta Hawks coming to this one after the win against Memphis.
Proficient in that game at the offensive end of the floor. I mean, their passing was dynamic and their shot selection was superb.
You do those two things hand in hand, Greg, you know the result. You move the ball like they did and take smart, good shots, you're coming away with a lot of wins.
The Heat trail by 16. Here's Wade. And that's good. And it's Dragic with the assist. Dragic has got 5 assists tonight.
They've slowed down casting those triples here in the second.
And Clark, I'd like to see them go back outside. They've been shooting well from the perimeter.
Now here's Freak. Wade is covering. Nicholas on the mark with the 15-footer. Freak's got 32 points.
Wow, unconscious has he been this quarter. They're riding that hot hand.
And a chance here to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Doris Burke. Hi, Doris.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Grizzlies was simply terrific. He dropped in a staggering amount of points, and he was his usual self on the defensive end, providing a bunch of steals. Truly impressive numbers from him in a stellar performance. What a special night.
Appreciate it, Doris. Thanks. Well, we've seen a lot of great players have a lot of great games, but that was something special.
And I love that no matter what approach they tried against him, nothing worked. I mean, he was ready for everything.
It makes you wonder what kind of defense they'll throw at him tonight. I mean, however they choose to play him, it's still going to take a special effort to keep him under control.
30 seconds left here in the second. Fires for 3. Another 3 for Atlanta.
I don't think they can ask much more of him than what he's done this quarter.
The Heat trail by 15. And stolen by Freak. And here we go. Freak heading to the hoop. And he gets it to go. Schroeder's got his second basket of the night.
Well, there you go. One team operating on all cylinders at either end, steals, fast break buckets, and the other team scrambling to find its game.
Great point. I mean, that aggression has allowed them to just create a lot of havoc. And boy, are they taking advantage.
Justice Winslow with the shot.
And that concludes.
Kevin, we just witnessed what was an amazing offensive display from this guy in the first half. Where did that scoring explosion come from?
I don't really know. To be honest, I was just looking for a chance to get my shot off, and I just saw.
And welcome back to the NBA on 2K Sports. More action in store as the players get ready to go, having a nice break to get hydrated with Gatorade. You look at Freak in this game, he has been everywhere.
Yeah, you know, one of the things about the truly greats of our game is that sometimes you get spoiled because of how consistent they can be. And so far, another big scoring night for him.
And oftentimes when he puts up that many points in the first half, he follows it up with an even better second half. We'll see if that's the case here.
Dang and Bosh, your small and power forwards. Dragic is joined in the backcourt by Wade. And it's Stoudemire in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. So that's who Eric Spoelstra starts the second half with.
And I love the tenacity, guys. He simply can will his way into games at times and exert his presence.
Bosh, the screen. Wade kicks to Bosh. 5 on the clock. Pass to Wade. Good on the triple. Wade's got 11 points.
I mean, he was great in his last game, Clark, and clearly he has not lost that love and feel.
Get the ball inside.
Now here's Freak. He's tightly guarded. Oh!
Tell you what, he's going to put that one in his scrapbook. Absolutely insane with that dunk.
Well, now they're starting to rub it in, aren't they? Have build up a lead, and here we go, folks. It's showtime.
That was a Kodak moment right there. The more plays they make like that, the more they'll have these guys on the ropes.
The 3-ball. Another 3 for Atlanta.
He's doing it all for them right now on the offensive side. No matter what the defense has done, they haven't been able to find an answer to stop him, and he's had an answer for every defense he's seen.
Stoudemire with a screen on Korver. Wade kicks to Bosh. Millsap with the steal.
You got it. Let's get the ball inside.
And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2. He's made 1 and missed 1 so far in the game. And that one falls for Paul Millsap. That one is no good. The Heat trail by 18. And it's Dang in the corner. And that one hits back iron.
Yeah, and listen, sometimes even the best of us are going to miss the easiest of opportunities.
Here's Nicholas. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
This is a nice third-quarter surge here. They've got it going right now.
We got to be more physical on defense. They are getting to the middle of the floor way too easy. Get into them on the perimeter. Rotate over and make your presence felt.
You know, when your team has a lot of assists, like these guys do, it basically is a testimony to unselfish play, patience, ball movement, and player movement.
Jumps up. A huge slam, the perfect end of the fast break.
And they've done a great job of just keeping the pressure up on the scoreboard.
And that's why they're starting to pull away. I mean, not becoming conservative at all, just adding to the lead. I love seeing a team do that.
That's good. And 12 points for Horford.
What a great start to the second half. They still haven't missed a field goal.
And here's Dragic. 9 points in the game so far. And stolen by Freak. And pushing it up Atlanta. The Hawks again in transition. It's stolen by Dragic. And the pass to Dang. Trying to get back on track. Miami no good on that time either.
Their game plan needs to change if they're going to get out of this hole because he is just not there offensively. Wow, just look at that lead. Both ends, they have been the team in control.
Yeah, and they put the fans simply on mute. They've not had anything to cheer about, and they've been silent. D-Wade with an excellent pass there.
Get the ball inside.
Now here's Freak. He's guarded by Dragic.
Sticking too much.
Now Freak. What an incredible scoring display he has put on tonight. 4 on the clock. Loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Yeah, they have really owned the interior. You've got to collapse that defense and force them to beat you over the top.
And it's out of bounds. The Heat will take it the other way. And a new group in for the Heat. Chris Humphries has checked in for Stoudemire. Johnson comes in for Chris Bosh. Winslow's checked in for Luol Deng. And Dwayne Wade subbed in for Goran Dragic. And the Hawks will go for a different look here. Paul Millsap's checked in for Horford. Hardaway comes in for Kent Bazemore. Freak's checked in for Kyle Korver. And Dennis Schroeder subbed in for Jeff Teague. Back to Wade. Good for another bucket. He's made half a dozen now, 6 for 8 on the night.
You know, he operates so well close to the bucket. There's nothing he likes more than seeing an opening inside.
Millsap a screen. Another 3 for Atlanta.
He has really punished these defenders today. No matter who's been on him, he's been giving them medicine.
Wade outside. Johnson sets the screen for Wade. From downtown, rebound Atlanta. Millsap's got his 6th rebound on the night.
That's something they need to do more of. Get after it on the glass. Go get those boards.
Clark, it wouldn't hurt. Some extra possessions would definitely help narrow the gap and maybe swing the momentum.
That is as athletic a move as you're going to see right there, folks. Unbelievable.
Clark, what about the hang time?
You're talking about hang time. That fella had helium in those shoes.
And you're going to need some hang time to pull off that kind of a 360.
Thabo Sefolosha has checked in for Jared Dudley. For Miami, they have shot 10 of 11 at the line. Nice work so far for them.
And their success rate on the season, right around 77%.
Freak with it. Off target at the rim.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D, just enough to keep him out of rhythm. Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Yeah, yeah, completely a brain fade. I don't know where that came from. Just lost sense of time and the situation.
Okay, Miami, now coming on the court are your Heat dancers. Let them hear ya.
so neither attempt will fall that time for him. The three-quarter. Welcome back. The calendar has flipped over, and so have we, into the second half of our broadcast. On the court for Atlanta, Nicholas. He's in at point guard. Paul Millsap out there with Muscala. Then it's Thabo Sefolosha. And it's Patterson in at the two guard. There's a good screen. Now here's Freak. Defense right on him.
Mama! Mom! Do not even know if you can put it in the pool.
Second chance effort. He lays it in. Sefolosha's got the first points up on the board here in the fourth for the Hawks. Knocked loose and stolen by Freak.
And they've looked terrific in transition today. That's had a lot to do with their success.
Boy, it certainly has. I mean, they've done a really good job recognizing anytime they've had the numbers advantage, and then they've taken advantage. We've seen it time and time again here.
Wade passes to Smith. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Hawks.
Well, they forced a decent number of turnovers in this one, fellas, and they've turned most of those turnovers into points.
And also, how about the points they've gotten in transition or on the fast break tonight? That's been a huge factor as well.
Goran Dragic is checked in for Miami. And a switch here also for Atlanta. Bazemore is checked in. And Freak throws it down.
I mean, he's just been brilliant today, guys, and it was the same exact story last time out.
Fourth quarter now. We're about a minute and a half in. Pick by Humphries. Here's Wade. Millsap grabs the miss. Millsap's got 8 rebounds in this game.
You've got to give them a lot of credit for the job they've done on the backboard.
They've done a lot of things well today, but really it's about what they've done on the backboard that's at the top of that list.
Here's Nicholas. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
Yeah, the officials didn't need to talk that one over. It was obvious.
Jared Dudley's checked in for the Hawks. And we're around 2 minutes into the fourth quarter here. Humphries with the bucket.
You know what? That's what you like to see. A perfect pass leading him right into the shot. Didn't even have to break stride.
Now here's Freak. Launches a 3, and that one's good. Freak's got...
Nope, board.
Nine points in the quarter.
He has created some terrific opportunities for himself and really made the most of it.
Humphrey sets a pick for Dragic. Wade kicks to Smith. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron.
From D-Wade.
Here's Freak. For 3, and that is good.
And until he cools off, I'd keep the ball in his hands.
The Heat have gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. Poke loose. And here we go. Freak heading to the hoop. And that one is stuffed right through. It's not possible what we just said. Clark, is that possible?
Not probable, but it is possible, partner. It is possible.
And think about it, guys. That's one of the few guys in the entire league who can pull off something like that.
Guys, that time he went for the fancy finish for us there, man. That was sweet.
Another 3 for Atlanta.
And since the start of the fourth quarter, that three-point shot has just been there.
Yeah, exactly. Doing an excellent job, I think, finding the open guy on the perimeter. And the three-pointer is a major weapon for him right now in this quarter.
Clearly, he's one of the best there is in the business when it comes to making that lead pass.
From downtown, the shot is off, and it's Miami the other way. Johnson dishes to Dragic. Humphries the pass to Dragic. And Smith gets double-teamed.
These nuts.
Dragic kicks to Wade. Oh, that's blocked. And here's Freak. And there's the 8-second call as they can't get it across half-court in time.
I like this, Kevin. This is a lot better ball control from them as they really haven't had any turnover problems in a bit.
Hardaway's checked in for Kent Bazemore. It's Dragic with the drive. Smith outside. To the paint. And Dragic gets it to go on the assist by Johnson. And that's 17 points for Goran Dragic. Atlanta's gotten 3 of their 6 three-pointers to fall here in the fourth. Now, Freak. From past the arc. The Hawks again can't hit. He'd have gone 5 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. Strong work at that end of the floor. And stolen by Patterson. He dishes it to Freak.
I'm done.
From deep.
Green light.
It's hauled in by Dwayne Wade.
Well, that defense went from poor to no defense at all.
And when he's open like that, you don't see him miss those looks very
Done.
often.
And here's Johnson outside. Rebound by the Hawks. Freak with it.
Marcus. Come on, Dwayne. Oh, yeah, come on. Come on. Come on. Come on,
Buckets
crackhead.
it. And he gets
Come on,
the
you
bucket.
crackhead.
Wow, risky shot there size-wise, but the incredible skill that he possesses allows that one to go.
Well, the quick high release negated any height disadvantage he had right there.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
Clark, they've been looking out of sync offensively.
You know what, a best
Mayaka. I see you. Yo, crackhead. Who is that crackhead in here? Live a happy life because the people that you will always be. Yo, ugly. Ronald. Block site. I'm blind. Hey, what's
get here
up?
would do a lot for their confidence.
What's up, Ronald McDonald?
Johnson down low. Patterson on him. Johnson kicks to Wade. That's in there. Johnson with the assist. 19 points for Wade.
Yeah, gutsy shot to come right back at him with the three of his own.
Well, we've seen it before. He doesn't have any problem trading shots with anybody. Boy, just by his body language, Kevin, you can tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Yeah, it seemed like he had great rhythm on that. You can see.
I'm sleep. I'm sleep. Yeah. Yeah.